Thank you very much. Good luck on the road tomorrow.
Thank you.
And joining me now is Sean Spicer, the Communications Director for the Republican National Committee. Hey, Sean, thanks so much for coming in, or for coming on today. Let's take your position about the why not extend the Bush tax cut for the $250,000 and less.
Well, I think Jen just tried to talk about why they were doing it, and it's actually interesting. After a really poor jobs report last week, which followed on the heels of a dismal one from the month before, they want to now go out and raise taxes. And so I'd say a couple things. First, the Joint Committee on Taxation has said that there are 840,000 businesses that will be affected if we raise these taxes. So the folks that are trying to go out there and keep America humming, hire people, the backbone of the U.S. economy, they want to go out and raise taxes on it. Second, the interesting thing that I thought was funny about Jen's point is they want to raise taxes so that they can spend more money. So not only do they want to hurt the economy and hurt people who are trying to create jobs, but they want to take that and continue to rack up the deficit. This president is the same one who said when it came to President Bush's record on the deficit that it was unpatriotic. He has now racked up more debt in 3.5 years than almost every president combined. It's almost exceeding $16 trillion in national debt. So in multiple ways, what they're doing is not just wrong for the economy, it's wrong for job creation, and it's wrong for the long-term solvency of this country. We continue to pass more and more debt down to the children and grandchildren right now so that they can spend more and tax more.
Sean, I think that they did talk about taking some of that money and using it for debt reduction, so I don't think it's clear that that would necessarily lead to more spending. But just as a matter of principle, how do you explain or justify continuing the tax cut for the millionaires? What is going to be your best shot, your best argument against that?
I think I just stated it. There are 840,000 businesses in America that file this way. So you can't sort of go in with the scalpel. Right now, if you want to do what the president is proposing, and that's why, as Chris noted, that Chuck Schumer, who is by no means a Republican or a conservative, is saying, no, this is the wrong thing. Leader Pelosi has come out casting some concern about this. So it's within his own party that he has to square the circle first and figure out why his own party isn't even on board yet. And I think they know what we know, which is that too many small businesses will be affected by this. It will affect the ability of them to go out and hire more people, raise additional capital. I just don't understand how you can see multiple jobs reports come in as bad as the last few and then say as part of your solution, hey, let's raise taxes. That may be the most opposite thing that you could possibly do at this time.
I want to also give you a chance to respond to Robert Gibbs, who was on Morning Joe and the Today Show as well today, making their point about Mitt Romney releasing his tax returns and putting to rest questions that the Obama camp is raising about offshore bank accounts. This was what Gibbs had to say in part.
Release the tax returns. Put all this to rest. If Mitt Romney's not hiding something in Bermuda and Switzerland and the Caymans, it'll be in the tax returns.
Dan Senor, of course, was debating him today about that on Morning Joe. What's your response about these offshore bank accounts?
Well, I think the Washington Post, the Obama campaign has been pushing this story for a while. The companies that they cited in the Washington Post story have all been fact-checked to be false. Governor Romney wasn't at Bain Capital after 1999 when all of the examples they cited. I think that this is a distraction. They have bad job numbers, bad deficit numbers. The economy is not doing well overall, and now they're trying to distract everyone from focusing on the issues that they care about because they know that their record from the last 3.5 years isn't something that they want to talk about. So, hey, let's find something else to go after. But the accusations have been proven completely false. The governor has released his tax records. I think they're doing anything they can to not talk about the issues that they should be. There is no incumbent that normally campaigns that doesn't sit back and say, okay, this is what I did over the last 3.5 years. If you want more of it, vote for me. What they want to do is talk about the past, blame people, blame Congress, blame everyone else, and get everyone to not focus on the issues that are most important in this election, because I think they don't want to expose the record that they have.
Of course, there have been a lot of people who have suggested that Governor Romney could release more of his tax returns and follow even the example of his father, the sterling example of George Romney, who released a dozen tax years and said that if you do any less, it can be taken out of context and not be really illustrative.
frankly, Andrea, it's a distraction. He released the tax records. Now there will never be enough for Team Obama. If you know, so again, I think most people know that Governor Romney has been a very successful businessman. He released his tax records, and now all the Obama administration wants to do is say, hey, well, let's get the issues to focus somewhere else because we don't want to talk about our own record. So again, I don't really think that this is an issue that people are out there going, oh my gosh, this is what I'm going to vote on. They're worried about their jobs. They're worried about the direction of this country. They're worried about what Obamacare is going to do to their health care. So I truly do believe that this is a total distraction.
Sean Spicer, thank you very much. Thanks, Sean.
Thanks, Andrea.